Okay. So from pin bar to pretty bullish bar, and with a close finally above this level here. Okay, and that level is 12,955. So that is fairly bullish, and if I just adjust that level to this tail here, which is the next level, which is 1300, we've had a daily close above it. So that to me is a pretty bullish situation right now. I have a feeling we are now on our way to target this upside gap of 13,500. If we just come down to the lower time frames, which is what we can trade, so we've got that gap up there. We've still got two gaps to the downside, so we've got two magnets to the downside, one magnet to the upside. Okay, this is rounding. You can have a look. We formed a low, and then we've been forming, well, sort of a range. Now we've formed a higher low here. We're forming higher highs. So you can see, I mean, if you draw a pen here, take a pen and draw on the screen, you'll see this is a rounding pattern. Inverse head and shoulders. There's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder there. And we've pretty much, well, I suppose we haven't closed above it because we'd want to close above that there. We have closed above it. And then now this went sideways into the close. So for me, this is definitely opportunities to buy, and we are targeting 13,500 at the moment. Obviously we need to clear. I don't have an inside bar here, so let's just scroll right. Oh, okay, so that's the opening of the gap. Forgot about that. Let's come back to that. We didn't close it. Right, so that's our first target, definitely. That's the beginning of the gap, which is 13,326. That's your take profit area. Wait for the pullback, wait for structure, and then you want another attempt at this area. If it gets through on the second attempt, then the top gap should close, okay, at 13,500. That's kind of the play of the day for me. If we pull down to the hour, just to check what's happening here, and you can see trend is clearly up, strong move up, decent pullback onto moving average, another gap here, and run away. So this is kind of the area that I'm watching. Even if we do come back and test that area there, which is 12,962. So if we come back to that area, that's still an opportunity to be buying into this, targeting the underside of the gap, which is 13,326. Okay, just be wary of these gaps to the downside. Okay, so there's three gaps to the downside, and gaps on the DAX typically do close sometime or the other, but I think at the moment the trend is pretty strong to the upside. I can't see any reason why we should be panicking about that at the moment. Okay, so that is kind of my view at the moment. The only thing that could upset this apple cart is a very strong euro, but the euro seems to be range bound at the moment, so make hay while the sun shines, eh? I think that's kind of my play for today on the DAX. We'll see what happens with this little range, and I haven't highlighted that, so let me just highlight that. That little range I'm talking about is that there. Okay, so we need to clear this range one way or another. Clear it, we break the downside. I'm waiting at these two levels here. I'll be waiting at this level at 12,962 for a long. If we clear it to the upside and start coming back down, then I'll look for the structure to form, and then I'll be looking for the long. Nice thing about that is your risk to reward. So if your entry is somewhere in that area there, you have a 100-point risk for 200-point gain, so it's a 2-to-1 trade, fairly decent. Okay, anyway guys, hope it helps, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.